Okay, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different today. Today, I'm going to be doing a live replay trading session. What that means is I will be doing replay trading on the S&P 500 live. And that's going to be a lot different from regular back testing. The reason for this is I felt that I outgrew back testing. I felt like seeing with the hindsight bias exactly what the market was going to do, I was going to just know and pick whatever was right anyway. So I wanted to do this, and I'm doing this live. So this is going to make it a lot more realistic to actual trading. Every day I'm risking 100 paper lot sizes on the S&P today, and I will cash out when I reach 250. I'm doing this on the S&P 500 or the future of the S&P against the US dollar because for multiple reasons. The first is that on USD Canada, I've grown to know exactly what the market's going to do at exactly different times. I know when the market's going to go up and down just with intuition. So once I have hindsight bias and I can see my drawings on where the market's going to go when replay trading, you'll see what I'm talking about. But I just knew what was going to happen already. And with Bitcoin, it was really hard to do replay trading because for 10 plus years the markets were so it was just at like $1,000 and then it explodes up, so it was just really hard to replay trade with my strategy, especially since I only have TradingView free for now, and I am waiting on premium to do intraday trading, which I'll likely get soon, and I'm tracking every trade from this live trading on Notion. So that means that I'll have a recap, whether I put long or short, how much I risk, the RR, the win-loss, and the confluences I used. So I'll be tracking everything on this so I know exactly what I'm doing. All right, so this will be the beginning. Uh, Launch bar replay. Okay, I think we're ready. Random bar. All right, so what I'm seeing here is I'm gonna go into the monthly first to find the trend. Okay, this is really weird because we're in an uptrend, but we're on a down candle. We haven't broken structure yet, so I'm still willing to trade bullish, but I have no idea where this is gonna go. Same type of thing right here. We've broken structure to the downside. We've yet to break structure to the upside, but it looks like we're gonna do that. This is a really weird um This is really weird. We did break structure to the upside on the daily, closing above this high. So I believe that since we've broken structure to the ups, or sorry, it looks like this is just a retracement. What I'm willing to bet is that we are in a bearish trend and this is just a retracement. So what that means is I'm going to mark out swing highs, which are here, 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 and put lines as stop zones for when price may or may not hit them. And I'm just going to see what market does. Okay, it's coming up, down, up. Keep going. Okay, okay. It looks like we're within this, or we wicked into this order block. That's good. Right here, we also have equilibrium, which is, yeah, we're well within equilibrium. So really what I want is price to actually wick back into here. I'm gonna get greedy with this trade just to make sure I have a perfect entry. I feel like even if I take it right here, it'll still be fine, but I'm gonna get greedy with this trade and get like a perfect entry. And I'm gonna slow this down so I don't miss it. Okay. Now I just need a break of structure and then I'm good to go. Oh shoot. Okay, it broke above. Okay, I guess it's good I didn't enter after all. So that means this order block is pretty fried. The new order block is up here, and what that means is if it respects this order block, then I'll think about taking the trade, but if not, we'll see what happens. Okay, now we've broken structure out of this, and to be honest, I don't know how much I trust the market to not keep going up, so I'm not gonna enter here. I'm just gonna wait and see if we get a retracement. Nope. Okay, I guess that was the time to enter. Okay, I don't know what's going on right now. I might need to reassess my bias. Okay, so we've broken structure to the downside. So that changes it a lot. I'm still looking to short, but now that I actually know what's going to happen in terms of the structure, um, I guess I'll just have to accept that I missed this entry and move on and try to find the next best one. So here's a swing high, or swing high here. This takes out that previous swing high, so I'm looking for price to come into here, break structure. Damn it. Okay, it looks like I can't really find an entry, or that one is just broken again. And I just have to keep looking, keep marking out these swing highs. So just got to remember why this is why 99% of day traders fail. Okay. Uh, bro, I can't believe I did not find an entry off of this. I feel like an idiot. Well, I guess we are seeing a break of structure to the upside right here. I'm going to see if that influences the weekly. That is not a break of structure on the weekly or the monthly. It looks like we're pretty close though. Oh, okay. We did break structure on the monthly. Okay, now I'm willing to take a trade on the daily. Okay, so, or sorry, a bullish trade. First, uh, swing low here, waiting for a retracement and then for longing. Okay, retracement. Okay, I got to be real careful here. Break of structure, long. Okay, it looks like we've broken out. We're just in equilibrium. We're out of the order block, so this is not ideal, but I think it's time to long because we have all our confluences. So what I'm gonna do is buy with stop loss below here, take profit up here. And that RR is about 3 to 1. And I think we're gonna risk 10 right here. Oh, okay, that's um oh yeah, that's 10. All right, time to see what's gonna happen. Okay, so it looks like I got stopped out right as market moved up. We got just barely wicked out. What happened here was I don't even know what happened here, but my best guess is um my best guess is that what happened here was that I didn't put the stop loss low enough. Obviously, that was the issue that I didn't put stop loss low enough. I got hit right here, right as it was right as it hit its lowest. So what I did is I saw that I saw this break of structure and I was willing to trade outside of the order block, which is a really bad idea. And if I had just stayed in the order block, I would have gotten an entry here, which first of all would have only gone up, but second of all, I could have gotten a way better RR off of that. So I'm gonna take trades just within the um I'm just taking trades within the order block from now on. And in addition to the um order block in addition to equilibrium. So with that said, I'm going to try another trade. Okay, so here on what I'm assuming is the weekly, monthly, and daily bullish. So what I'll be looking for on this is, wait a minute. It looks like we broke structure to the downside on the weekly and the daily. So it looks like I won't be trading bullish after all. I'll be trading bearish if anything and de-risking because not all three of the daily biases are aligned. So here I'm looking for swing highs like this one and this one and waiting for price to re-enter into those areas. Okay, price re-entered here. We really don't get an equilibrium. I can't even I don't have to draw out the Gann box, but I can just kind of see we're not in equilibrium. Um, nor the order block. I'm waiting for price to retrace up here, if anything. All right. We do see price coming close to this area right here. I think it barely wicked in right here. Equilibrium. We're well within that. I just want to see it come into here and then just break structure out. Okay, we're in. Just need to break a structure out. Okay, there. There. Broke structure out. That is the perfect entry. So stop loss of this little wick. Take profit below here. That's a pretty high RR. That's about over 3 to 1. Okay, this is risking 5% of what I'm gonna risk for today. Let's see what happens. Wait, okay, I press sell. So okay. So I lost again. This one was a short taken that, sorry, this one was a short taken off of a swing high, second swing high, liquidity sweep, break of structure to the downside, retracement, order block, break of structure again. And this was the main reason that this failed, I would likely believe, is because of the monthly, if I had to accredit this loss to anything, if I had to blame something, um, within my strategy, it would be neglecting the monthly bias, as well as I'm going to see how it looks on the weekly. Also neglecting the weekly bias. I get a break of structure, but that's really just a mere retracement in the grand scheme of things. And I really want all three to be aligning in order to take a trade. So if I had to blame it on one thing within that trade, it'd be that. Or one thing within my strategy, it would be that. Okay, so here, this is let's see, this is bullish. I believe, or no, it is not bullish. It's bearish because this hasn't closed above this high. So it hasn't yet broken structure to the upside. This is technically bearish, but it has very clear bullish. This is clearly going to be bullish. The daily time frame is, or the weekly time frame is also, it looks like bearish. It hasn't yet broken structure to the upside. Daily is bullish. So this is a really weird situation. I'm not entirely sure what to do. I think this will be I think this will be a buy, depending if because the weekly and monthly are both right on the edge, and what happens on the daily can tip the scale pretty quickly. So I'm gonna see exactly what happens whilst marking out these swing lows, which are here. That's the first swing low, and that would make this an order block right here. We also have a fair, even though I don't really enter off of it, there's also a fair value gap right here. Because the thing is, this does look like equilibrium. So I think what I'm seeing here is a liquidity sweep, although I'm not entirely sure. So I'm gonna see if price retraces into this fair value gap right here, if it pushes past and comes into this order block. Or if it's just gonna leave. Okay, so it looks like it left. I'm gonna keep that there. And I may have to see if I can find a second or another swing low. In other words, making this sort of a new order block because sometimes I feel like my strategy is just too cautious that I keep missing out on all these trades. And so I'm just gonna mark out these lows and see if price retraces and I can catch a re in a retracement and then break structure to the upside. Okay, forms this new swing low right here. Okay, we've retraced into this um swing low right here. Swing low here, swing low here. Order block retracement, but we're not really within equilibrium. It's not a very good trade to take, especially because I'm the highest I've ever been, so I don't have a clear take profit. So I'm waiting for price to come down a little bit. Okay, it's down to this level with no sign of stopping. So break of structure, long, no break of structure, keep waiting. Okay, I'm sure there's a break of structure there that I must have missed, but price is still in the downtrend right now. So I think that price is gonna keep turning downwards because it did sort of it hit this swing low instead. So I'm gonna bet that price keeps coming down. Okay, so price really did miss. So to be honest, since price has so much bullish confirmation, I think that off of this order block right here that price retraced into, coupled with this um, break of structure out within this within equilibrium here, I think that, and I'm in the order block right now. I think that this is actually a good time to long. I think I might end up regretting this, but take profit there, stop loss there. I think it is because it's got daily bias, swing low here, second swing low here. I don't exactly know if the first swing low really makes a difference, but I guess it is here. Comes up, retraces here, and then it breaks structure to the upside. And even though it's on a down like retracement, it's not really in the uptrend. Oh, I know it's just gonna go down as soon as I press this. Yeah, of course. And of course yeah, of course it hits the take profit after. So this one, I guess I just got FOMO and I didn't realize how much further down price really was gonna go. It was gonna go down all the way to here. So I guess that was just really frustrating. But I just gotta look out for when exactly price is within an order block. And I don't know if this is market makers trying to trick you or what it is, but um just trying to avoid FOMO. Okay, so monthly bullish, weekly also bullish. Yeah, also bullish, I believe. Daily bullish as well. Okay, so clearly going to be looking for buys here with swing low here, swing low here, swing low here. Looking for a retracement with those three. See what happens. Okay, price is going up. Okay, price makes a very sharp um, downward move right here with the swing low here, second swing low right here. So this whole area is an order block. Price is going to come up. Hopefully it forms a pretty good equilibrium. Oh shoot. Okay, so it pretty much just rug pulled. I'm gonna see what happens. Yep, we're bearish on all time frames because of this whatever happened here, this mess. Oh, it was 2020. Okay. Well, I guess probably not gonna be looking for buys anymore. Okay, price comes up, still in downtrend. Price forms this high right here. Price comes up past that high. Price is now bullish on daily, weekly, um, not quite monthly, but it is bullish on the daily and the weekly. So looks like we're looking for buys after all with this as an order block. Swing low, second swing low. Um, see what this can form. Or again, the market leaves without me. Okay, so price is in an uptrend. Never really got a good entry though. Yeah, I just don't know when to enter. Swing low or order block. All right, we retraced. Um, we're well within, or no, we're not within equilibrium. I just need a break of structure or order block and then break of structure. Damn, I guess I just overlooked this entry right here, which would have been perfect. Okay, so let's see if it'll come back or it'll keep climbing. Okay, so right off the bat, what I see here is price does keep climbing, but it makes this swing low. And what I think I should do is I should probably actually delete this because it's almost certainly irrelevant. And if price does retrace into here, I'll mark it out. But I don't want to get lost in the weeds looking for something that's gone. So right here's the swing low price retraced into and didn't make very good equilibrium. I'd have to get well within this order block to do so, but see what happens. Okay, we are within equilibrium. That's good. They go into the 1x, and all I need is a valid break structure, and I'm good to go. Okay, price did break structure to the upside. I can't really zoom in on a smaller time frame. I think that's enough confluence to be honest, but if I were to take this trade, I'm just gonna see what type of RR I would have. 600. Yeah, this would be very close to 1 to 1. I think that's a good RR trade. I think I should take it given how strong the trend is. Okay, so for the first time in ages, I finally won. Okay, sorry. So that was about a 1 to 1.2 trade, and I think the main reason that that trade worked was because first of all, I was a bit more realistic about my RR. Second of all, I want to see what would have happened. Price kept climbing up. Second of all, I kind of ditched these opportunities that I lost right here. I could have taken a trade. This would have been good. Break of structure right here with an order block right here. Swing low, second swing low, retracement, break of structure. And I probably could have found one right here. So what I did is I just left that behind and worked with what I could, and I got a very good RR on a trade. So with that being said, I think I'm gonna start to use that for my next couple trades. Okay, so what I have here is first look on the monthly, a bearish, bearish on the monthly. All right, bearish on the weekly as well. And I'm assuming bearish on the daily. Yes, bearish on the daily. So I'll be looking for shorts. I'm looking at an order block right here that I could price could retrace into. Although if it sort of seems to break past that, I'll ditch it and look for a second, the next best thing with this first swing high being that. Okay, so price wicked into here, but that's not really the same as like a solid confluence within here. We'll just see what happens. Okay, price does come within here a bit more. What would that look like with equilibrium? That would have been slightly discounted. If I could, I'd go down to the like 1 hour, 1 minute and find a break of structure there, but I guess we can't really do that. So this trade may just have to go. Okay, price does finally come back into this order block here, and it makes an even better equilibrium. So since there's two bearish candles, it's not a break of structure, but I think it pretty much is given how given that there's surely a break of structure within these two larger candles. And for example, if I went on the yearly, you can't really see anything, but if I were to come down and go onto the daily, there's a lot better. It's clearly bearish. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sell with stop loss above here, take profit below here. See what happens. That's about a 1 to 1.25 RR. Okay. So what happened there was I found a retracement to the order block. I could have just found a clear break of structure right here. I guess it's fine. The things I'm most proud of is I traded with the trend and I was patient, waited for price to retrace, but I also wasn't hesitant to admit that I missed my entry and just settle for the next best thing. So that's why I think that I won that trade. Um, in addition, the equilibrium and order block retracement, swing low, liquidity sweep, retracement, order block, equilibrium, break of structure, entry. That's pretty much what happened there. So now I'm going to see what else is going to happen. And since I just found a liquidity sweep, it's probably going to send price flying into the bearish trend. So I'm going to look for more swing highs, more sort of. This was actually my original strategy, I believe, where I just keep finding these little spots right here that keep that are like the fuel for the downtrend to keep going down. And so I'm just going to try to find those areas. Okay, price comes up right here. Swing high here. Second swing high within this order block right here. Price comes down, looking for price to come back up. Ideally, yes, price does come back up, but it does not come back up enough for me to want to take a trade here. Okay, now price is really within this order block, which is good. I like this. So now what I would in theory need is just a break of structure and then I enter. So go slow. Just gonna keep going up, down, down. Just need a little up, and then it just needs to close below those lows. Come on. Come on, bro. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Nope. Not gonna happen. Okay. 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 Well, it looks like we broke structure to the upside, so I guess it is a good thing after all that I did not take that trade. And that's why I have that system in place. Looks like we're bullish now, actually. Yeah, we are bullish, looks like. So I think that means I need to shift my what I'm looking for around. I see order block right here. I'm going to take this instead and go up here. Delete this. Okay, we're down. We're in here. This order block. So hopefully we break structure and then good to go. Okay. Okay. We did push a little bit past this order block. I don't think that invalidates it. To be quite honest, I still think as long as we're in it and as long as it respects this by breaking structure, which we did here, I think I'm good to go. So what I'm going to do is stop loss below here. I'm going to give myself a bit more comfort just because it's a little bit suspicious. Take profit up here. And to be honest, I could probably get away with a little bit more like up here. So that's about a 3-to-1 RR trade. All right, let's see what happens. Okay. So it looks like price did come lower to grab more stop losses, including my own, with this candle right here. And I think what that really came from is not respecting the order block. If price does not respect this order block, then this is probably not the real order block. The new order block becomes whatever, like this. And then when this got pushed past, it became this is the new like true order block because smart money just kept pushing past. And then instead of looking for these entries, I would have wanted to look for an entry off of this order block within here, right here. This is where I should have entered. And I would set my equilibrium up here. So I just barely would have been in. And that's just what I should have done in hindsight. Okay, but now we are bullish on the daily, weekly, and monthly, I'm assuming. As soon as this loads, yes, monthly as well. So we're going to see what happens. And I believe I've risked 30% so far. So, and lost most of it, unfortunately. I think I'm just going to risk 50% today, which would be equivalent to 0.5%. So, about 2 to 4 more trades. Right here, price forms this swing low right here. That's what I'm looking at. And I suppose that one also is in the cards. Okay, wait. This is not part of it. This is part of it. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. I must have missed that. So I'm just gonna accept that I've missed these two. I've missed these and just mark out these next swing lows. Okay. I don't really have control over my mouse anymore. It looks sorry, I just meant to pause it, but it didn't pause. So price pushes past both of these order blocks. and price is looking at coming into this order block. Okay, price wicks into this order block. See how we're looking in terms of equilibrium. Um, Looks really good actually. I think I'm waiting for it to come down in here one more time just so I can get a good regular structure or not and just not get the 1-to-1 RR trade. That's probably not even good. Okay, so it looks like price wants to come down even further down to here, which it has. Equilibrium's not looking too bad at all. Break of structure, I think, is really all I need. Okay, well, now that I do have the break of structure, but the only problem is it's above here. So it looks like my take profit would have to be up here at the July 22 high. And I'm gonna go 10 here because just because it's got all the confluences and I feel like I'm more confident on this, especially because it's a more macro scale trade, or I've been looking at a lot of candles for this. So that's why I'm going 10%. See what happens. Okay. All right. So this trade went well for I think a few reasons. First being I waited quite a while for price to keep pushing past previous order blocks. I didn't hesitate to just give up on one and then realize price wanted to go even further down, which moved equilibrium even further down, price even further down. The other thing I did is I didn't stress too much about taking a trade outside of the order block or equilibrium, especially given I can put my take profit all the way up here. So I think that sort of dismantles the sort of theory in my mind I had about I think it sort of dismantles the theory in my mind that trades must be taken within the order block and within equilibrium. So I think that's pretty good. And I'm glad I took that trade. So now I only have 10%, which is 1 to 2 trades left. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom in price. I'm not even gonna check on the monthly and weekly because price is very clearly bullish. Um, Actually, it's getting a little too close to present day, so I'm gonna pick the random bar. So this I'm gonna have to check again. Price is bullish on the monthly. Weekly, it looks like it has not broken structure, or it has broken structure to the downside, but that's most likely just a mere retracement. Daily is on a downtrend on the daily, so I'm not entirely sure what to do here. I think I would sit this one out, but I'm just gonna let it play out and see what happens. Okay, price does break structure back on the daily. So let's see what that means for the weekly, not monthly, weekly. Yeah, price is in an uptrend on the weekly. It looks like. Nope, never mind. I guess I wasn't. Or now it is in an uptrend. So looking to long here, swing low right here, but most importantly, order block right here. And I'm going to see if price wants to come down into here or if it wants to go all the way down here. Okay, price is going up. That's good. It's going to form a better equilibrium. Okay, so it looks like it kind of just disobeyed or it just didn't want to come back into that order block or that liquidity is already grabbed and smart money already ran with it. But price is in a not in a downtrend quite yet, but it looks like it's retracing. So see what happens. Price comes up. Price is climbing. Okay, price comes down. Um, Shoot, if I was on the daily, I could have gotten a way better entry off of this. I could have gotten an entry here, but now price broke structure to the upside. And yeah, but I was never within equilibrium, so I'm waiting to see if I can get equilibrium or not. Yeah, so it looks like again we're coming too close to present day, so I'm gonna have to re-roll. Okay, so here price is bearish on the daily, or um bullish on the weekly, and most likely, yeah, bullish on the monthly. So price has broken structure to the downside on the daily, but it's still bullish for everything else. So um, that looks like it's going to be bullish, or I'm looking for buys. So swing low here, also swing low here. So I'm just waiting for price to retrace into one of these three areas. Mark that out there, that out there. So it's possible that those have already been broken through, but the good news is price does hit these. And it does give me a higher take profit beyond this equilibrium. So that'll be good. So I'm gonna see what happens here. Shoot. Okay, so I guess it just missed the chance. Um, but price may retrace. Looks like it is. No. Yeah, it looks like we just kind of left these in the dust. So what I need to do here is um mark out this area right here and just hope that since swing low here, now I just need to do is move forward and see if I can get an entry out over here. Okay, so I could have, but it just moved out too quickly. Yeah, so price just keeps forming higher highs and higher lows, and just leaving my retracements behind, looks like. Okay, but price does dump, and it does dump hard into this um, order block area right here. Then it breaks structure. So I guess, to be honest, I think this is a perfect setup. I can't believe that it just happened. And since it's got daily bias, order block, equilibrium, liquidity sweep, break of structure, I think it's got everything. So I'm gonna buy right here for 10. This will be my final trade for today. So I'll see if this hits. Or I didn't mean to do 15. Okay, that'll be 10. Take profit above here. Stop loss a bit below there. See what happens. Ooh, okay, so I thought we got stopped out there, but we just barely avoided the wick. I just gotta see what's gonna happen. All right. So that trade worked out because, first of all, the first thing that worked out really well in that trade was my stop loss was very very closely made. So what I did here is I'm gonna look at how many pips in difference this was. So this was at 1367.4, and then um I think that's 50 pips. Although I'm not entirely sure. So since 67.4 to 63.5. I'll have to do the math, but that's like 20, 30 pips or something. So I did give myself a little bit of comfort right there. And that was just enough. That was exactly what I needed. So that was really close, but I did make it there. It was very close to one for the RR, maybe slightly higher than that. Um, just take profit up here, and it looks like price would have kept on climbing. So overall, that was a very stressful trading session. I'm only doing 50 lots or 0.5% of my paper account because this is a new I've never traded the S&P before, so I'm still getting used to it. This is the same as I've done on Bitcoins. I don't think that I may not have mentioned that earlier, but I just want to be a little bit more careful even on demo before I started jumping in the markets for real. So overall, that was a pretty big roller coaster. I was either like lost slightly more than I won or won and lost the same amount if I was yeah, I think I was like I lost slightly more than I won, but I'm not entirely sure. Overall, thank you for watching, and that was my first S&P 500 live replay trading.